Hey guys, Happy New Year. Today we got a video about people who thrive in their later years usually adopt these 9 daily rituals. And it's quite an interesting article, and I'm going to put my own little spin on it for Expats. And it's an interesting article, and I'm not going to read all their stuff. I'm going to just take off on my own because it's pretty self-explanatory, and it'll kind of finish it up easier for you guys rather than listen to me for 15 or 20 minutes. I tried doing a couple of videos for like 20-25 minutes with a couple of articles and giving my spin on it and stuff like that. And after I watched it, I didn't like the way that it came out. So I figured I was going to shorten this one up. The other ones I just put in the trash bin. I didn't want to put them out there because I just didn't like the way they came out. But this one here came out. This one here I think will really interest you. And one of the rituals that most people do is this. They let me get to it here. Morning movement, that's number one. Every day, getting up early, moving your muscles, doing yoga, stretches, walking, going to the gym. These are things that are really gonna help you, and help you stay healthy and everything too. If you adopt these here, you're gonna thrive in your later years. And most of us, when we come over here to retire, we're at the beginning of our retirement. It's like we're born again retirees. We're in the birth of our retirement. We're at the very beginning. And if you want to extend your life here in the Philippines or wherever you may be as a person or expat or what have you, you got to get yourself moving. And I find now that I'm older and I'm 60 years old, I find like if I sit around for like a week or something like that, just relaxing too much, I find that it's harder and harder for me to get back into a ritual. And, especially me having sciatica, it's harder for me to get up in the morning because my issue is I have a hard time getting out of bed. And a lot of expats, a lot of retirees are starting to feel that muscle soreness in the morning. We usually have to take an anti-inflammatory or something like that. There's a lot of people out there that have that just like I do. And you still got to kind of get up and get out there and move. But I have to get up extra early because I have to take the meds, get the meds working, get some stretches going and get dressed. And it's very rough on people that have any sort of arthritis, sciatica, neuropathy. Any of that stuff is going to slow you down, but you should still get out there and try to do what you can do to get some morning movement going. And the next one would be nourish to flourish, he says, this guy. And he says eating right sounds like advice you take on a cereal box, but it's foundational. Seniors I admire most don't just eat, they fuel their bodies. A lot of expats have taken that up. They're very careful what they eat and stuff like that. And I do notice that here, that a lot of the expats here, they're very, very careful about what they eat. We had guys here growing lettuce across the street here and stuff like that. And I have started watching what I eat. I go to Subway a lot, but I eat their salads. I eat their salads with tuna. I take more vitamins. I try to eat fruit when I can, as much as I can. And I think that with the new year coming in, I'm going to try to lose weight. I'm going to at least try. That's my New Year's resolution. And, I'm going to start getting up in the morning and get my body moving more. I'm going to try to do that because I want to lose weight because that actually helps sciatica. And, if you're overweight, it's all the more reason why you should, start watching your fuel that's going into your body and getting out there and getting that movement going. And then here's the third one that they talk about. It's intellectual engagement. Your brain's kind of like a muscle, and it needs regular exercise to stay sharp. You should be reading. You should be doing puzzles, reading new language or a musical instrument or something to keep you going. Do a vlog if you have to. Get out there talking to people. Challenge yourself. Play chess. Do things to keep your mind going. My mind's constantly working, trying to remember things because of all the expats that we help here. And you should just try to find like something that fits you to keep you intellectually going, keep that muscle up here going. If you're not doing it, studies have shown that continued learning can help delay cognitive decline. It's not uncommon to see individuals in their 70s and 80s taking classes at local community colleges or online. And that's a good stimulation for you if you live near a college or something like that. you may want to think about joining a college and just challenge yourself a little bit. There's plenty of colleges in the Philippines that you can go to. I have colleges right down the street here if I wanted to take up something. Maybe you want to work on your master's degree if you already have a degree. Number 4 is gratitude practice. This is an interesting one. There's something deeply powerful about the ritual of giving thanks. In the quiet moments of the morning or reflective times as the day winds down, many who age with grace pause to count their blessings. That could be prayer, it could be meditation, it could be anything, going to church. There's so many things about gratitude. Now, also thanking people around you helps you also. And just saying, hey, thanks for being there for me today. I really appreciate that. That helps the people around you too. Because as we age, you should always try to foster things. It's a sense of contentment and peace, and it lays the foundation for more peace. It's being thankful for things is it just makes you a better person too. The other thing is, let me see, connecting with others. And this is huge. I talked about this way back. Everybody should have somebody in their elder years, and I know people hate me saying that elder years because we are retired. We're elder. We're old fogies. We're senior citizens now, if you want to call us that. The majority of expats, not all of us. There are some younger expats out there too that they're not into those years yet. But connecting with others is really, really important. It's vital, to maintaining relationships. The more relationships you have, it gives you more of wanting to live. You want to live because you want to be around your friends, and there's a lot of, and don't be afraid to say that you love people too. I have a lot of people around me who I love as friends. They're very close friends of mine that live right around here. And if the time came, I wouldn't be afraid to say I love you, man. Thank you for helping me doing that. It sounds kind of corny for a guy to be telling another guy, hey man, I love you, brother. It's okay to say that. I've talked about that in some of my past videos way back. That's one thing I'm not afraid to say is, I love you. And, also do phone calls with your family back home and stuff. Keep connections going, and here's a big one for expats. And I see this as probably one of the biggest problems for most expats over here is number 6 is embracing routine sleep habits. And he goes on to say, a good night's sleep is golden, especially as we age. I've noticed that those who are full of life in their later years treat their sleep schedule as sacred, and I'm kind of like that. My uncle, for instance, has a strict bedtime and wake up time, which he rarely deviates from, even on weekends. And that should be kept. I have insomnia, and for me, it's very difficult because of if you have pain in your body, and as we age, we have pain, it's difficult to sleep sometimes. But also, as we age, it's harder for us to sleep for some reason. A lot of people have sleeping issues, especially expats. I notice almost all the guys here that live around me have some sort of insomnia issues. So, and this guy goes on to say, it is a non-negotiable ritual. It's something that you should stick to, basically. You should stick to that. And the people that have the most success at sleeping are people that keep their time that they go to bed the same every single day. And if you do that for like 10 weeks, it becomes a habit. And after a while, it can help you. I know it's really difficult to keep regular sleep patterns, but our phones, especially the Apple phones, they have the things that tell you when it's time to go to bed so you can fix your sleeping patterns. So get regular sleeping patterns, and that should help you. But it also helps lower the risk of developing several chronic diseases. So he goes on to say, I've taken a page out of his book and started winding down at the same time each night because I guess his grandfather was like that. So, and then number 7, this is something I do, it seems like almost weekly, regular health checkups. I see my doctor quite a lot if I get a cold or if something's not working or medicine's not working or if I'm having side effects. I have regular checkups. If I feel like something might be going on, I see changes in me in any way, I usually go to see my doctor, and usually it stops things from getting worse right away. And I've caught myself on several things in the past by seeing my doctor in advance and was able to alleviate bigger issues because of the fact that I get regular checkups. And checkups here for me in my neighborhood are $6 US. It's 300 pesos. And number 8, time for reflection. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to forget to pause and reflect, he says. Yet I've seen the most content seniors make time for this every day, whether it's through meditation, prayer, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. These moments of introspection seem to provide them with clarity and purpose. I've carved out time for myself where I just kind of sit there, and sometimes my girlfriend catches me just sitting there pondering something, and she goes, "You okay?" or something, something like that. And I notice it just makes me feel more focused, more relaxed, and it just kind of brings things into focus and perspective for me. Makes me feel better, more relaxed sometimes. Sometimes you need that time to think, Number 9, staying active in the community. Lastly, those who age with enthusiasm often play an active role in their community. They volunteer, join clubs to participate in local events. It gives them a sense of belonging and purpose. And the guy goes on to say, my own grandparents were a testament to this, involved in everything from book clubs to community gardening. As expats, if there's anything that we can do, and most of us have some extra money each month or whatever that we can help our community or whatever. My way of helping people is helping people get their SRV visas, and it keeps me pretty active with the expat community in the Philippines and in my area too. We help a lot of people get settled over here or whatever, and you can always do that in your community. If you're an expat, there's different ways you can help. Maybe you want to go and help somebody that runs a farm nearby or something like that. There's all different types of ways to do this stuff. But anyway, find what fits you. For me, it was doing a vlog and helping people get their SRV visas, and doing it for free. We do this for free, and we've talked about that in the past. It's something that I do that I feel that helps a lot of people, and it helps you guys get settled in here and get a running start and get going. And maybe you can do something to help the expats in your area. If you see new expats coming in or something, or you can even do things with the embassy. You could volunteer to be a citizen liaison or something like that. There's all types of places where you can volunteer in the Philippines, and there's churches you can do volunteer work. Maybe become a missionary or do missionary work, or you could work doing a feeding program. You can talk to the mayor of your town or whatever. There's all kinds of ways to plug in to communities. And maybe you could just do something in your little community, your little place where you live, and you could do something there. Maybe do a community garden. Maybe you could lease a piece of property in your town and do a senior citizen community garden or something like that. All these things are things that you can do here in the Philippines or wherever you're at, no matter what country you're in. But anyway, guys, God bless. I hope today's video helps you out and, maybe gets you thinking about, what you want to do for your community or whatever. And also those other things that you can do. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.